Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Crypt Keeper Aquatics. So today we're going to be doing some projects, but we'll give everyone a few minutes to hop in here. See who we have already. Pull up my tablet. So looks like we've got Scotty Nona in here and Monster Fish Gal so far. Good morning, you guys. How you doing? Anyone have any fun plans for their fish room this week? Good morning, Dan. Thank you for stopping by. So I did just get in a package from Poseidon Pets. So that is going to have a video coming up later in the week after I get my shrimp a little bit hungry. Little spoiler alert there. And it's going to be a really fun video for you guys. Good morning, Andy. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in. All right, so we'll just jump right into it. So I've got a couple of new aquariums here. Here's the package from Poseidon Pets. That's going to be unboxed later in the week for you guys. And so I've got a couple of aquariums here that I just picked up from Marketplace. They're pretty dirty. They're the Marineland Portrait Tank. And I do have a couple of modifications that I'm going to be doing to them today. Just things that I think will help to optimize them, make them a little bit better. And so first up, the first thing that the original owner did, she got some 3M tabs here with a little hook. That way the lid could lift off nice and easily. So that's really cool. What I did on the one portrait tank that I had before, I had some extra handles from a 10-gallon lid. They sent 2 handles with each of the lids that I got for the tanks on this rack. And so that's what I stuck on it before. I just stuck it right up there. But these command strips also work if you don't have any of those extra handles laying around. I'm going to set that there aside. And then we're going to take a look at this pump setup. So this here is the whole pump. It's extremely small. It doesn't move a lot of water. It's only a 5-gallon tank, so it doesn't really need to. But my biggest complaint with it is how much wasted space there is. So this here is all of your filter media. Little cartridge here. Then on the back side, there is this sponge. But the water doesn't really flow through the sponge. It kind of flows around it. And I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to get one of these out of the way because the table's not very sturdy. So if you take a look down inside of here, that's how that goes in. And so the water's going to flow in here, and it's just going to go right around it. So it's not really optimum. So I came up with a quick solution to the problem. What I wanted to do originally is take one of these here. We could take that off, I believe. Or no, it was this top part. Take that elbow off the top there. Pull the lift tube out, and then it fits pretty snugly on there. So I'd have to cut it down to make it shorter. But then I would be able to have a really nice dual sponge down in there and still be able to connect into this piece up here. So that's one solution. But then I got to thinking, and I think I want to just remove that whole back compartment there and get full utilization out of the system. So that's what we're going to be doing this morning. Get that stuff out of the way. See if anyone else hopped in chat so far. Good morning, Scuba Steve. How you doing? All right. So I'm just going to be taking a utility knife and cutting along the silicone See if I can't get it to break free. This panel here is plastic, but the rest of the tank is glass, so it shouldn't scratch too badly, hopefully. It's my first time doing it, so we'll see. Yeah, it's coming off nicely. Get that out of the way. And I will be testing this for leaks in the bathtub. That way I know for a fact I'm not going to flood the room. So I haven't filled these up yet or anything. And I'm also cutting the silicone off. So there's that panel. And those holes definitely aren't ideal for shrimp, especially with a motorized pump in there. So that's another reason I want to use a sponge filter instead. So I'll set that aside. Then, like I said before, this system didn't really have a lot of filter medium room in there. So the original owner even added in a bunch of sponges in the back. I dug a bunch of them out. This one here was hidden underneath. So it's not like I'm the only one with that opinion. So I'm going to get all this silicone cleaned up and all this lime scale and stuff, get that scrubbed off. I like to use a little bit of vinegar for that. See if anyone else has hopped into chat yet. Good morning, Jenny. How you doing? All right. So the last reason I wanted to do that is because I want this here for my betta. I'm going to do escape with this. Maybe do a dry start method and attach some mini palea moss all around it. Some bucephalandra could go in some of these crevices nicely. But it wouldn't fit before, and I'm hoping it does now. Look at that. That fits perfectly. So that's going to work out great. I'm really liking that. So I don't even have to cut this piece apart to get this to work. That's super cool. So that's going to be Bob the Betta's new home. Is going to be this one here with that driftwood. And then on the second one, I've got a couple pieces of spiderwood here. I've got some more smaller pieces in a bucket behind me. But not quite sure what I want to do with these yet. But just to show you the different pieces I've got. These two here are the bigger ones, and then I do have some smaller ones behind me to help accent things and kind of fill in some gaps a little bit. So that's going to be the next thing that I'm working on here. Good morning, Scotty. How you doing? Welcome. So I've got a cup of vinegar here. I'm going to start scrubbing that right now, show you guys how easy it is to take that lime scale off. Then the only use I ever find for these flimsy cartridges is actually using it as a scrub pad. So they honestly work good for that. They don't have enough surface area to really filter anything out. This vinegar is going to do two things for you. It's going to help dissolve that lime scale, and it will also help to sterilize the tank as well. So if there was any bacteria or fungus in the tank prior, if you're getting it used and don't know how it was cared for, it's a real good idea to scrub it down with vinegar and do a proper cycle again. There honestly wasn't that much lime scale on the tank. It was all on that plastic part, the divider for the filter. By doing that, though, by removing that, I gained an extra 4 inches of depth to the tank, so I'm sure I can get the scape to look a lot better in the end. All right. I'm going to take the box cutter blade out and clean up that silicone real quick. I'm not going all the way to the bottom cleaning out the silicone because I will be building up the sand bed a little bit in the back here. So that'll be hidden, and I don't want to get too close to the seam of the tank before I mess that up. Okay, there's that. Good enough for now. Allow me to scrub a little bit. And just in those couple of minutes, pretty much all of the lime scale has come off from there. So I definitely love the vinegar method for getting that stuff off. The calcium buildup, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so that's how I like to clean up used aquariums. Good morning, Frank. Thank you for joining. Anyone have any questions for me? Here, get the bottom of that sterilized a little bit. I will be giving it a really good rinse later after the stream as well. Good morning, Nathan. How you doing? Oh, Nathan, if you can, send me a link for that. Do it right through Fishcourt if you can. That actually sounds very useful. Good morning, Jenna. Welcome. Nathan, you guys are all up because I'm streaming. That's the only reason. I swear. None of you guys would be awake if it wasn't for me. So I'm glad I could motivate you guys this morning. So Frank asked, the shrimp envy complete. Do I find if I don't remove uneaten food, it clouds the tank water? No, Frank. I've got this bad habit that I don't recommend anyone do. I feed the shrimp, I watch them for a while, and I usually leave it there unless I'm doing one of my shrimp food showdowns where I'm intentionally overfeeding to get a massive horde in 5 minutes. But other than that, if I'm just feeding a single pellet in there, I just leave it and they'll graze on it for the day, and there'll be a little bit left over that you'll see a whole pile of snails on later. So it all gets consumed before it starts to turn to fungus. But I don't notice any clouding in the tank at all from it. It's really, really good food. Yeah, so that's that tank. I'm gonna continue on and do the second one after I do a water test on this first one, because I don't want both of them to leak on me if I am doing something improperly. So it would be easier to make the mistake once instead of twice. You know what I mean? So Nathan says the brain of that knife is tough built. Very cool. I'm definitely going to be looking into that. Thank you so much, Nathan. So does anyone have any projects in the fish room or shrimp room this week? Let me know down in the comments. Love to hear from you. So with the spiderwood over here, I've got some silver boost and some red Kadong boost. I think I'm going to attach to it and make a nice escape with the Bucephalandra and add some larger crypts for the foreground. Kind of give it a little bit of depth there. Then one of the tanks is going to be for the betta. I've got another one back here that has a betta and some yellowback neos. And then so that betta is going to be moved into its own tank. That way the shrimp can breed out a little bit better for me. If you guys have seen my short that I posted around Thanksgiving time, Bob the betta does love to munch on the shrimp. So it's definitely not ideal. That's one of the biggest things with shrimp is if any part of the shrimp can fit in a fish's mouth, you could pretty much consider it a food source for them. So can it be done? Absolutely. Is it perfectly ideal? Not really. And then the third tank, I am going to be getting another Neocaridina shrimp. If you guys want to head down to the comments and guess which variety, I've already let Grant and Shelby know which type it's going to be. And so I'll take a look through the comments after the stream. Put it in the comments to the stream, not here in the live chat. But if you guys want to take some guesses, I can do a giveaway with the first correct answer. It will be a Neocaridina. And you already know I've got the yellowbacks behind me. If you guys look through my videos, you'll also see another Neocaridina that I got from Grant and Shelby a few months back over the summer. And then behind me here, I do have some green emeralds as well. I picked those up from Aquashella. I didn't do a video on those yet. They're just in a bucket, so you can't really see them too well. There's 5 of them in there. And they hadn't started breeding yet, but this fourth type of Neo I'm pretty excited for. I have kept them before, but I don't currently have a colony of this variety going. So out of the 20 plus varieties of Neos, I've already narrowed down it's not any of the 3 that I already have. So I'm going to let you guys take some guesses in the comment section and do a giveaway for that. Good morning, Yellowstone. How are you doing? Oh, thanks, Nathan. So Nathan said he's going to be looking for the knife and making a short of it. So you guys definitely want to go subscribe to him. If there's a moderator in chat, Monster Fish Gal, if you wouldn't mind posting a link to Nathan's channel, that way everyone can go subscribe to him and see which knife he's recommending to all of us aquarists. That would be awesome. So let me see. Nathan, we'll make you a mod as well. That way you can post your link down there. So, Frank, I've already got Blue Dreams for Neos. So it's definitely not that. But if you guys could leave it in the comments after the video, after the live stream ends, that way I can find it easier. That would be great. Good morning, Shelby. How you doing? What's up, Glitch? Welcome. So for those of you who are just joining, I had this Marineland portrait tank that I got used. I took off the panel that was that they have for the filter box, so I cut the silicone off, and that gave me enough room to be able to get the driftwood into there that I picked up without having to cut it. So that's going to be the scape for the betta, and we're going to get that on video later on after I get it cleaned up the rest of the way, get all this residual sand and gravel out of there. So that was this morning's project. Good morning, Fishy on. Good morning, Invertico. How you doing? So for the last few minutes of the stream, is there a certain tank you guys wanted to watch a feeding of? I've got the cull tank behind me, and then I've got all different types of Caridina tanks over here to my left. Good morning, Guppy Beast. I forget which event that I picked this up at. It was either at the Aquashella or the Keystone Clash. I forget which of the two. I brought back so much stuff. I'm honestly not sure which of the two events I picked it up from. There were a few different vendors with some cool shirts with these aquarium sayings on them. All right, so not seeing any recommendations for a tank to feed, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and feed the cull tank behind me. That way you guys can see a whole range of colors. Just moving the camera and flipping the camera view so that you guys don't have a whole ton of glare. Just bear with me a second here. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh yeah, I should probably give you guys an update on these immerse crypts that I'm going submerged. So this is 2 weeks in now. On this first one that I clipped the leaves off, I do have some new growth there already. On this next one here, it is becoming a little bit flimsy. So it's starting to melt a little bit especially on this bigger leaf. This smaller one's a little chewed up, so that's starting to melt a little bit. I'm not seeing any new leaf yet. And then this third one here that I also left the immerse leaf on, that one's also struggling a little bit. So no new growth on that one yet either. So on this first test run that I've done, clipping the leaf definitely proved to get them to go a little quicker, get them to convert a little bit quicker. Okay. So let's feed them. We will go with the, where is it? I'm going to feed them the Soy Ahoy today. That's food from the Garden of Eater, so if there is a mod in here that can link where to pick this up at, it's tgoeshrimp.com. I'm just putting in a super small pellet here, and you guys can see how it expands right up. There we go, now it dropped. So it's right down in here. So this stuff's great. It only takes about a minute or two before the shrimp start coming over to it typically. So while I'm doing that, I do have some shrimp that I've got to ship off. So I'm going to start netting some of those out real quick before they start eating too much and end up pooping in the bag too much, causing some issues. Okay, let's see what colorful calls I can find in here. There's two blue ones and an orange one. Yeah, we'll give them a buried female as well. Why not? Make sure we include a red one in there for them. So this here was a call from my Black Galaxy colony. Black Galaxies decided to give me a red baby once, so definitely make sure he's got plenty of color variety, because I believe that was his aim. That's why he wanted some culls included in the box. There's another orange one. There we go. There's a couple more. Good morning, Bunny. How you doing? We got John here. Good morning. Good morning, Snoop. Then I am going to be including this special one here. Hopefully he comes up to the front so you can see it. But this is a yellow King Kong really. And these here are definitely a recessive trait. So, and I already had them mixed in this tank. So that's why they're in the call tank and not selectively bred for in here. I did get another colony from Grant and Shelby a couple months later after I had a proper tank set up for them. And I took all the males out that I had in this tank because I didn't have any adults from the tank yet. But so there's that. And this one was born in this tank, so it could possibly have some other genetics into it. That's why I didn't include it in the colony that I'm trying to selectively breed. Well, let's see. Got a couple more yellow and orange ones down here, and I think we will call that a day. All right. I think I gave him a real decent selection here. I stopped counting it around 10. You know what? Here's a black crystal. We'll toss him in there too. Any other cool ones I can find real quick? You know what? This bright orange one that's all buried up. We'll include that one too. Then I think he'll have a lot of luck getting a colony of Caradinas going. All right. Now I'll move this container over here so that you guys can see everything I'm including in that bag. So that's the assortment that I'm sending down to him. So I hope he's going to be happy with this assortment. I know I don't have too many red ones in this tank yet. I think I've only got 3 of them so far, and I was only able to find 1 this morning. But before I bag them up, if I happen to see any more red ones, I'll definitely be sure to include it in there. But yeah, so there's that. And then this soy ahoy food, you guys can see how many shrimp are on this pile just after a couple of minutes. And there's another one of the yellow King Kong Rillies right up in here. So it's got the white stripe in the middle. All right. So I think that's going to about do it for this morning's stream. If you guys know of the next streamer that's heading on, if one of the mods could toss a link up for that, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm not sure if the Aquatic Morning Show is going this morning or not. but usually Jess runs that at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yes, and Vertigo. Yesterday's stream was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for hopping up on panel and asking me all those questions. You've helped me out a lot with wanting to get started into terrestrial isopods. And I've been looking over some various species and still unsure which one I want to get. But I am going to be ordering all of the stuff. That way I can get some bins set up for those real soon. So thank you so much for all that information yesterday. All right, guys. So like I said earlier, I've got another. Oh, I just found a red one. Hold on. But so like I was saying, this is a red crystal that popped out of my black crystal colony. Get back here. All right, we got him. All right, so there's another red shrimp for you, Jeff. Okay. And so I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Head down to the comments after the stream ends. Guess which type of Neo I'm ordering from the Garden of Eder. And the first one to get it correct is going to win a little something. Next Monday, I'll announce it. All right, guys. Thank you all for stopping by. Have a wonderful day.